What is going on, everybody? It just rolls back again with another video. I'm a bit late with this video because it's not an actual live reaction, but tomorrow hopefully we can get some live reactions. But we had a somewhat big trade go on again in the NBA world, and then again it involved the Washington Wizards. As my last video, I talked about Bradley Beal getting traded to the Phoenix Suns from the Washington Wizards, and now their second best player is reportedly being traded. It's most likely going to be happening. It's official that Kristaps Porzingis will be going to the Boston Celtics, but it is a 3-team trade. So as of right now, it is Kristaps Porzingis going to the Boston Celtics, Malcolm Brogdon going to the Los Angeles Clippers, and the Wizards receiving Marcus Morris, Amir Coffey, and the 30th pick. For the Wizards, this is probably the last time I'll be talking about y'all for a hot minute. Y'all's team is going to be atrocious next year, and it is going to be a sad sight to see. And as I mentioned in my last video, unless something, I don't think there's a protection on the pick. I'm 99% sure they do not have their pick next year. So it is a sad day to be a Wizards fan. So I give my condolences to all of y'all and whatnot. But from the Clippers standpoint, it doesn't rule out Russell Westbrook coming back. The main reason I keep bringing up Russell Westbrook is because he's my favorite player, and I thought he had a home with the Clippers. And with the Chris Paul trade, it's like, oh, it could be a 3-team trade and sending Chris Paul to the Clippers, which that's not the case. They got Malcolm Brogdon. I don't think they need Chris Paul and Malcolm Brogdon. And the reason I said it doesn't rule out Westbrook entirely is because Malcolm Brogdon just spent the year coming off the bench and won Sixth Man of the Year. I think the Celtics probably ready to move. I'm not gonna say ready to move on from Malcolm Brogdon, but just like in the playoffs and especially in the later rounds, he was hurt. He really wasn't contributing much. Personally, it's just me personally. Somewhat wish it was Marcus Smart involved in this trade because I like Brogdon more, but the Celtics probably prioritize Marcus Smart a lot more just because he has been there for the longest time. But it's just like, I would have liked them to keep Malcolm Brogdon, but that's not the case. For the Clippers, it's a great pickup because, like I said, it's not 100% certain that Westbrook's coming back. Brogdon just won Sixth Man of the Year. He's a capable starting point guard. You just got to hope that he's healthy. But guess what? You got to say that for the entire Clippers team. And Marcus Morris is just someone that I would fully imagine they've been ready to move on from for a while. And as I mentioned in the last video, give Robert Covington some play. He might get moved, but I'd like to see Robert Covington play for the Clippers because he's under contract and he just does not get many minutes to begin with. But now that Marcus Morris is out of the way, hopefully he can. Now, for what you probably were here for, talk about the Celtics. Last year, I said they had the best offseason for a team that just made the finals and essentially did not give up anything to get Malcolm Brogdon. And then they signed Danilo Gallinari, who didn't end up playing because he got hurt. And guess what? He's involved in this trade, so I don't imagine he'll play for the Wizards. Hopefully he doesn't, so I'm intrigued to see where Gallinari goes next. But anyways, it's just now they kind of had a logjam in their guard. I'm going to say they did, but like they had Peyton Pritchard, who they didn't play that much this year. Maybe they still want to play him. I doubt it. Malcolm Brogdon, Derek White, and Marcus Smart. The power forward position has always been a question mark because sometimes you play Tatum there, sometimes you don't. You probably were expecting Gallinari to fill it last year and he didn't end up playing, so you had Tatum back there. So now I would imagine that Porzingis is going to be their power forward. That way they play Al Horford and Robert Williams at center. And it's very good, and it's very weird because for the longest time, I've kind of always imagined Kristaps Porzingis ended up on the Celtics just because, like I said, they've needed that power forward for the while, and it's just like a lot of times when there's like rumored trades, this is back in the day, even before he was on the Mavericks, they're talking about getting Porzingis, and then when he was even on the Mavericks, and I was looking for a thumbnail for this video, there's a lot of Kemba Walker for Kristaps Porzingis hypothetical trades from 2 to 3 off seasons ago, which is crazy looking at it now, but definitely should be a great fit, and this is going to be a weird way to end the video, but I'm not going to say it's the last chance for the Celtics because a lot of their guys are on the same timeline and they're going to be making a lot of freaking money. Talk about Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. And Porzingis is going to be an expiring because he opted into his player option. We'll be intrigued to see what an extension would look like. Maybe they wait till next offseason. I think that I'm not a money expert, but it's just like with the Celtics, it's weird because they were just the number 2 seed, eliminated in 7 games in the conference finals, and it definitely bothered me that they sucked so much in the playoffs this year, and then immediately they get better. It's just very similar to what I said last offseason, and where they were just in the finals and they had a great offseason. So this is just the very beginning of the offseason, and they made a big move that I approve of, and hopefully they do not stink it up in the playoffs next year. But guess what? We have 10 freaking months to see if that's the case for them. So I approve of the trade. It's very interesting. Like I said, hopefully you'll be seeing a lot more of me over the next 24 hours as it is the NBA draft. If shocking things happen, I'll make a video about it. If Victor Wembanyama ends up falling to 2, which I am 100% sure is not going to happen, then if he fell to 2, I'll make a video. If he goes at 1, which he 100% will, then I'm not. But it's just like the most intriguing story right now of the draft is what the hell is going to happen at 2 and 3, mainly 3, because we're seeing a lot, and I mean a lot, of rumors and reports, and I'm hoping that we get a lot of trades and just changes around the league, because I don't want to see the same thing over and over again, because that's actually the definition of insanity. So like I said, hopefully we've got a lot of things going on tomorrow during the NBA draft. So thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.